My wife thought she was smart. She was using my money to raise her ex-boyfriend's secret child. But she forgot one thing. I fix broken things for a living. And I know exactly how to make a fake look like a masterpiece. The rain in New York always smells like wet concrete and old pennies. I sat at my desk. The only light came from my small desk lamp. I am an antique restorer. My job is to fix things that are old and broken. In my hand, I held a small silver knife. I was cleaning a rust spot off a vintage 1920s watch. Suddenly my phone buzzed. On the table. BZZZT. No ringtone. Just a silent notification. Bank alert. Withdrawal of $5,000. Location Tiffany and Co. 5th Avenue. I didn't look up. My hand didn't shake. I carefully scraped the rust off the watch. My wife Sarah told me she was in Chicago for a business trip. There is no Tiffany and Co. on 5th Avenue in Chicago. It's like this watch. It looks real. It feels heavy. But the serial number inside is wrong. It's a fake. Just like my marriage. Sarah came home. She wasn't alone. She brought a boy. He was about 3 years old. He had wild eyes and sticky hands. This is Leo, Sarah said. She looked nervous. He is Jack's son. You remember Jack, right? My old friend from college. He's having a hard time with his art career. He can't take care of Leo right now. Jack. The guy who broke her heart 10 years ago. The musician who never had a real job. I didn't say anything. I just looked at the kid. Leo was wearing muddy shoes. He walked right onto my expensive Persian rug. He was eating a chocolate bar. Drip drip. Chocolate fell onto the rug. He's not my dad, Leo screamed. He pointed a greasy finger at me. My dad is a famous artist. You just fix junk. Then Leo bit my arm hard. I felt the skin break. I felt the blood. Sarah ran over. She hugged Leo. Ethan, calm down. He's just a baby, she yelled at me. She checked Leo's teeth. She didn't look at my bleeding arm. That night I found a bottle of pills in the trash can. Birth control pills, brand new. She told me she wanted to have my baby. She was lying. She was raising Jack's kid with my money. But she refused to have a family with me. I looked in the mirror. My eyes were cold. I started my plan. I told Sarah. I found something amazing at work. A wealthy buyer in London is looking for rare American sketches. Jack came over for dinner. He practically lived at our house now. He sat in my chair. He drank my expensive whiskey. Hey Ethan, Jack said, smiling like he owned the place. I hear you have a big deal coming up. Maybe, I said calmly. I found a sketch. It might be an original Edward Hopper. If it's real, it's worth about $5 million. I saw greed in their eyes. Jack, Sarah and Sarah's brother Tom, who owed money to loan sharks, all leaned in. I showed them the sketch. It looked old. It looked real. Why? Because I used my tools to fix it. I used old paper. I used special chemicals to make the ink look 80 years old. But it was a fake. I bought it at a garage sale for $20. I can get it into the private auction, I said. But I need a security deposit. $200,000. We can get the money. Sarah's brother shouted. They saw $5 million. They didn't see the trap. They mortgaged our house. I put the house in Sarah's name last year as a gift. They borrowed money from dangerous people. They gave the cash to me. I sent the money to an offshore account. It was a hurricane season. The wind was howling outside. My phone rang. It was the hospital. Mr. Hunt, it's your mother. She had a stroke. You need to come now. My hands shook. I called Sarah. 1 time no answer. 2 times no answer. 3 times she picked up. I heard loud music. People laughing, glasses clinking. Ethan, we are celebrating. Jack says we are going to be rich, Sarah yelled. Sarah, my mom is dying. I can't hear you. Jack is drunk. I have to help him talk later. Click. She hung up. My mother died that night. I sat in the empty hospital room. I didn't cry. I felt nothing. The last bit of love I had for Sarah died with my mother. I went home. I printed out the DNA test. I did on Leo. Yes, he was Jack's son. I printed out the auction rejection letter. The sketch was fake. I put them on the coffee table. They came home the next morning. They were hungover but happy. Until they saw me. I was wearing a black suit. I looked like a statue. Where is the money? Jack asked. The sketch is a fake, I said. My voice was very low. What? Jack screamed. You said it was real. You are the expert. I said I restored it. I never signed a certificate of authenticity. I stood up. I picked up a folder. Also, this is a divorce paper. And this, I pointed to the DNA test, proves Leo is yours. There was a loud knock at the door. Bang, bang, bang. It wasn't the police. It was the loan sharks. Looking for Sarah's brother. Sarah's face went pale. She looked at the papers. She looked at me. Ethan, please. You love me, right? Help us. I took a step back. The house is in your name, Sarah. The debt is in your name. I looked at the messy living room. You guys deserve each other. I walked out the door. I didn't look back. I moved to a small town in the mountains. The air here is clean. No smell of mold. No smell of lies. I opened a small shop. I fix broken pottery now. Using a Japanese technique called kintsugi. We use gold to fill the cracks. The broken bowl becomes beautiful. Because of its scars. My phone buzzed. A message from an old friend. News link. Woman arrested for fraud. Boyfriend hospitalized after fight with loan sharks. I turned off my phone. I picked up my tea, it was warm. I looked out the window at the snow. It was finally quiet.